So, good morning or good night, depending on where you are in the world, and welcome to another episode of Is It That Bad, where we take a look at an album and we deep dive into it and we ask ourselves, is it that bad? And today, I'm glad to say that we're joined finally by Chile from Live Listening Race down there in Australia. And I want to first of all say I interviewed a band from Australia upstairs the other day, and it's Brisbane, and I said it incorrectly, so I'm sorry about that. But yeah, going out,
All is forgiven.
yeah, it happens. I'm from Puerto Rico,
Oh,
so. For this episode, Chile is joining us for this episode. So, Chile, you know the drill. We take an album, and first of all, we give us our first initial thoughts. Then we take four songs that we think are the worst, and then we vote thumbs up or thumbs down, and we realize if it's that bad. And for this episode, for the second week in a row, we have a fairly new album. So
yes.
This band has an actor who, in my opinion, has been the worst fucking Joker ever. Yes, I'm talking about 30 Seconds to Mars. And their new album is called It's the End of the World, but It's a Beautiful Day. And I kudos for him for having the most cringy title for an album. Like, it's the end of the world. It's a beautiful day. No, come on.
Oh yeah.
It's the end of the world, and I feel fine. I think of REM when that. Like,
yes.
Yeah.
So, yeah, this is the new album that we're going to dig deep into today. So, we're gonna start with JC. What were your initial thoughts of this album?
Okay, so I guess it was a couple of days ago you invited me to do this, and you said 30 Seconds to Mars. I didn't even know they had a new album. So I had to kind of go back and listen to them again because I haven't listened to them in like 20 years or something. And I heard a couple of their old songs first, just to refresh my memory. Remember that song, The Kill? That's a really good song. So they used to be like this like rock band, similar to like Three Doors Down and those types of bands.
Oh yeah.
And I put this album on, and it's something. It was completely different. It was not what I expected. I know they completely changed their sound, so it took me by surprise because it doesn't sound anything like I remember. I'm not a big fan. I can't say I've listened to all their albums. I didn't listen to their last one, so I don't know if this is some natural progression or anything. I just know their early stuff from the 2000s, which is that more like that grungy, that like hard rock, that type of sound. So I was taken by surprise. I won't reveal my feelings of it, but I will say it is very different than what I remember. So
Yeah, that's a fair assessment to say. What about you, Chile? I know I made you listen to this again. What did you think on your initial thought?
Thank you very much again for making me listen to this album again. Yes, you're right. I got the email from you, and I just finished listening to the record as I just got your email, and I'm like, now I have to listen to this record again. Not giving away too much here, but yeah, it's the end of the world, but it's a beautiful day. Again, like JC, I'm familiar with this stuff from, I guess, the early 2000s. The first three albums. The one I was biggest on was This Is War, which I remember I got that, down the library or something. And I thought that was a great album. I thought it was really solid, if not a bit passe, whatever. But I thought it was a pretty solid, album. There were some great tracks here. And again, I haven't listened to their last couple of albums. So when I heard the news, 30 Seconds to Mars had a new album. Okay, yeah, I'll check this thing out. And yeah, here we are with 11 tracks, I think, on offer, and a very short runtime. And that caught me by surprise, as well as the type of music that was on offer, which is, yeah, I don't like electronic rock that gives, an indication. To me, it sounded like a knockoff of Imagination Dragons or something like that. You know, it's just that style of music, that radio friendly sound, and you know, it's got these moments to it. But it's very different to their early stuff as well. So yeah, that was a bit of an odd one as well. These very short songs, very different to what they had done in the past. And one of the things that actually caught me by surprise was an interview that Jared Leto gave, and he said, "Oh yeah, you know, I was thinking about doing a 12-minute long song for the record, but nah, I thought not." You know, and I'm like, "Yeah, I don't know if you have it in you to do a 12-minute long song. That's like half the record length there." So yeah, initial thoughts was it's very vanilla. It's yeah, very forgettable to a degree.
Yeah. So those are your initial thoughts. So that leaves my initial thoughts. My initial thoughts is, where the fuck are the guitars? Like
Yeah.
where are the fucking guitars? Like, what is this? Like when I first heard the stock music, the song, and they're like ba 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 da, ba ba ba. I'm like, what is this? I'm like, I thought of like I'm in a bad I'm like in this lame ass club dancing. If I would be dancing to this, first of all, I need to be drunk to dance to this type of music, because it's not even good electronic music, because there's some techno music I'm sorry, like I'd rather hear like "Won't You Be My Lover, Won't You Be My Lover" besides la 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 dee, da, 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 and it's better than this stock track.
Oh yeah.
But so yeah, and the title, I'm like, this is a long title, and then I saw it's 33 minutes. I'm like, okay. But yeah, I did buy their first albums when they came out. Actually, their first album, it's a really great album. Their first two albums, the This Is War, it had some more like electronic things, but it was still rock. But after that, they being on a super downhill. Some history. They're only the only members left are the two brothers. Everyone else left this shit show years ago.
Not good on them.
I would wonder why. When I see Jared Leto, I think of like a really pretentious douchebag who thinks he's like. First of all, let's look at this picture and analyze it. These are two 51-year-olds who clearly are going through a midlife fucking crisis. Look at Jared Leto. He looks like a like a Jesus from the future. And he's like, here, listen to my forward-thinking music. And his brother is like, what the fuck? I'm not famous, you are, so I'll do whatever the fuck you do, because like you're Jared Leto. So you know it's pretentious as fuck. And yeah, it's a quite interesting. I know that like, where is the rock with this? So I'm analyzing this as a dance techno record. That's how I'm viewing this record, not as a rock record, because there's no rock in this record. If there's a guitar, it's like a faint second. And I don't know, like his brother Shanna is supposed to be a drummer, but what exactly is he hitting? Like,
yeah, that's true.
I don't know.
Actually, just thinking about that photo there, it's like, you know, a whole bunch of like you said, 50-year-olds. They just rediscovered that Fall Out Boy was reforming. They're like, oh, I get to go through my emo phase again.
Well, actually, Jared Leto went through an emo phase when he was in his 30s. But hence the question that I asked the band that I interviewed the other day: is it too late to be emo? Like, it's a ridiculous age to be emo. I say if you're 30 plus, maybe you shouldn't be. Like, maybe in your 20s. I don't know. But what do you guys think?
Oh, I mean, David Draymond even got rid of his little tongue piercings or whatever they were. So, you know, there's got to be an age where you just stop it.
Yeah, he probably got rid of those because he was in Tinder, and he wanted to swipe right. So yeah, but we're getting off topic here. But yeah, whatever, fuck it. So yeah, so here are our initial thoughts. Now we're going to round two, where we're going to pick 4 songs that we think are the worst. So, JC, your 4 tracks.
Okay, the first one I picked was track number 3 called Seasons. This is like a country song. It reminded me of like that Billy Ray Cyrus song with the rapper Lil Nas, the Old Town Road or whatever it's called. I was just waiting for like some rapper to come out when I was listening to this. It's just a very like over polished pop song with like this like country feel. The next one I picked was track 5, Love These Days. It's just very like polished, very like kind of like the R&B. The vocals were almost like rap sounding vocals, and it just completely different than what I know of this band. The next one I picked was track 7, which is it's like 7:1 or a 7-to-1 ratio. I guess that's how you say it. It's just so cheesy, this one. The chorus is like oh ayo, ayo, whoa, like, and it's just like just the lyrics are just completely nonsense in this one. I don't even know what it's about. And one more, it's number 8, track 8, Never Not Love You. It's a sappy ballad. The lyrics are bad. The song title is not like grammatically correct. I mean, it's just like it doesn't make any sense. Like, I don't know. I pay attention to things like grammar. It's just one of my things. But I mean, it's incorrect, and it's just not a good song. So that's it. Those are my 4. Yeah.
JC, you should have a dictionary next to you when you do reviews, and you take it out. The dictionary, you're like, this is not a word, people. Like,
I know. I've been doing those in my videos lately, just mentioning grammar. If you noticed.
Yes.
Yeah, never not. It's not needed anymore. It's a double prefix. You can see it.
Oh my god. Yeah. So yeah, those 4 tracks, they're pretty bad. What about you, Sheely? What 4 tracks did you pick out of this like succulent 33 minutes of music?
I'm only limited to 4.
You could do 5 if you fucking want to.
God, I mean, where do you begin with this smorgasbord? Look, a lot of the tracks, I guess I would agree with on JC. I definitely want to mention Never Not Love You, because it is such an over-polished love ballad that is oozing with crappy, self-indulgent lyrics. Oh, never gonna love. Yeah, okay, we get it. Yeah, this is a love ballad. Shut up, get on with it. But I guess really it's like the second half of the record is just abysmal. I'm not saying the first half's much better, but really from like 7-to-1 onwards is just it becomes white noise, which is kind of admirable for a very short album. It's just 7-to-1 is pretty it's terrible. Sorry, Never Not. I just really despise Never Not Love You. I really hate that track. This is beautiful, very forgettable. I didn't. Sorry, Life is Beautiful. Sorry, I've misread that one. I didn't like that track really. I think it's just a bit over polished in a lot of sections, like a lot of this album is. But yeah, I think I would pretty much just say the second half of the entire album is just woeful. It suffers from that, like second half of the albums, they really fall off the cliff and get lackluster. This album really does suffer from that for me.
Yeah. So basically, in a nutshell, the whole fucking album was for you.
Oh yeah. And again, I thank you for making me listen to this album again.
Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome, my friend. Like I know you're having less sleep at these days, but what better way to sleep less than listen to? Maybe this album would put you to sleep. So
it might.
So tracks
you never
for
know.
me. So we're all in agreement with Never Not Love You. This is the type of track that I would say to Jared Leto, you know what? I'm so fucking happy that she left you. like this is like one of the worst songs ever. Like a few weeks ago, you had Puddle of Mud, Candy talking about a stripper, and now you have Jared Leto with obviously the grammar that is incorrect, like JC pointed out. And it's like I was like reading the lyrics and the piano, and it's like, yeah, it's so cringy and it's so sappy, and it's like, dude, you're 51 fucking years old. Like, what the hell is this crap? This is like, it's so bad, and it's a terrible love song, and it's followed by a track that I think has his brother more on vocals called Midnight Prayer, which is a 2-minute 34 seconds of crap. I don't know. They do like some like type of, they try to like rap a little bit of some of the song, and something that none of you have yet mentioned. Oh my God, this album is like auto-tune to a max. It's like it's like they when they were like recording, like should we add guitars? No. Should we add bass? No. Should we add drums? I said no. And what are we gonna add? We're gonna add pa 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 da, pa pa pa, like some dance beat, and Jared Leto just will sing some words that make no fucking sense. And there's some of the songs that at the end he's like just doing noises because he doesn't know what the fuck to write. So yeah, it's pretty bad. When Stuck, the lead single, which I think is bad, is the best song on the record.
Yeah,
you have a problem. A track that none of you have mentioned, Get Up Kid. I'm like, Get Up Kid. I'm like, no, I don't want to get up and listen. Let me lie down. Probably take like a pill to forget that I listened to this, like the one from the Matrix, please. And the other one, the fourth one would be Seasons. It was like a Macklemore, like a country.
Yeah.
And there was like a country rapper or something. And I'm sorry, like when I think of someone who's from the country, this is not the picture that I have in mind. Yes, they look like country singers. Like, look at Jared Leto. He is clearly from he's clearly from North Dakota or some of those places where they have cattle. I'm sorry for people of North Dakota if I just insulted you. I just wanted to make fun of Jared Leto because he does not look like someone who can sing country music. So yeah, that atrocious song. So those are the 4 songs. So we're gonna vote, and I would say like why. I think you all know where this is going, but fuck it. JC, thumbs up or thumbs down?
Okay. Yeah. Obviously, it's a thumbs down. The thing with this, I can understand bands changing their sound. There, lots of bands have done it, but you change it a little. You don't put out something that sounds like nothing like anything else that you've ever done. It's like going to the store, buying a Hershey bar, and you open it up, and it's like a beef jerky inside. It's like the package is not what you get inside. So I think if they wanted to do this, they should have just put it under a different name.
Yeah,
just
maybe like a
because
Jared
it's just those 2 guys anyway. Right? What?
Like a Jared
I mean,
record, yeah.
They could have called it the Leto Brothers or whatever, but like it's not 30 Seconds to Mars.
Lots of Letos.
But so it's not 30 Seconds to Mars. It has nothing to do with the band that I remember. So a thumbs down for me.
Yeah, maybe my so-called guitar. Remember he used to do that my so-called life. So my so-called guitar, like where is it? Because there's no guitars here. So yeah, thumbs down, JC. Shili, my friend, I'm so sorry that I made you listen to this. Like, please don't hate me.
Well, let's have a think about this. It's 30 Seconds to Mars and 30 Minutes from Sanity. I was trying to look up a joke in regards to the Jared Leto, but it kept redirecting me to this album. It's unfortunate, but that's what it is. It's a terrible, terrible, foray into whatever the fuck this is. Jared Leto, I hate you so much for what you did for the Joker, and I hate you even more for this album. So No, get out of it.
Yeah.
I've got to say, I got to add one more thing to this as well. If you were stuck on a desert island with this record, how long would it take you before you started drinking the ocean water?
I think I would do a full-blown castaway and be like, Wilson, come back, Wilson, please. Take me away from this island.
Leto, Leto.
And at the end of the movie, I get off the island and I meet I think her name, the name of the actress, Helen something, and she's left me for someone else. And I'll be like, no, bitch. I was listening to the 30 Seconds to Mars record on repeat on that desert island. You are coming back with me. And
But
listen,
you get off the island. You get off the island. You got a long beard, but you got the eyeliner just to keep it all in match. Yeah.
to keep it in like your what like I would call this record emo techno gone wrong.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That's what this sound like. This is the sound of like, I'm telling you, I would rather listen to the song that I was singing before than this crap. I rather listen to CNC Music Factory and MC Hammer than listening to fuck it. I would rather listen to Vanilla Ice than listen to the album again. I think hands down, this is one of the worst records that we've had on these episodes of Is It That Bad? Because it's cringy, it's lame, and there's nothing good about this record. The only thing that is good is that it's only 33 minutes. Because that's all I could stand from this. So I'm giving it 2 thumbs down. So there you go. It's the end of the world, but it's a beautiful day. Sucks ass. I'm sorry, Jared Leto. Like, if you want, maybe like I could interview you here for the Shield on a couch. I'm sure, and bring Wes Scantling of Puddle Mud, and we'll karaoke songs.
I was just saying, like, I think, you know, when you listen to a really bad album and you've got to wash it out with a really good album, for me, that was like Puddle of Mud's recent album. I just had to listen to that just to make it sound better than what this was. It was,
at least it had guitars.
Yeah, at least they had guitars. And they're not wearing too much eyeliner.
And they're not wearing too much eyeliner. So there you go. So I want to thank my guests for joining me, JC Rock and Metal Reviews and Live Listen Erase Chili, because we had to, you know, we haven't had him on the channel that much, but yeah, obviously
it's been a while.
Great content. I've also done so he's got some thing that he does on his channel. It's called Live Listen Erase, when you pick free artists and you listen to one for the rest of your life. You erase someone. Obviously, if we pick 30 Seconds to Mars, they're fucking erased. And then one that you would listen forever. And I've been on an episode of that, and also the Green Man has been on an episode of that. But we have to do one where we include JC.
I want to go.
I know you mentioned it to me once. I have to get on that one day.
It's a really fun format. Plus, like out of every if you want to look at some cool editing, like Live Listen Erase, he's got that editing and thing down. My editing is minimal because I'm lazy as fuck. Hence, I'm in the couch.
Oh yeah.
And of course, JC Rock and Metal Reviews. If you want history lessons, if you want grammar lessons, and like you'll get it. You'll get it all from him. Plus, like he reviews like a lot of like different type of subgenres, and it's always interesting. And if you haven't subscribed to me, like I'm almost like 105 more subscribers to 1,000K. Please, people, I want to get to 1,000K to get to more people like yourself. And you know, it's been great. You know, I got the interviews, album reviews, and also the Is It That Bad series that will continue. I'm gonna try to have more guest people on this episode. Like we're trying to get also Mary Tasting Music. She's from London as well, so we're trying to get her also on an episode to have different people and variations. So remember, subscribe to all of us, and until next time, I'll see you here on the couch for another episode of Is It That Bad? And one
Oh, yeah.
final note, fuck you, Jared Leto.